welcome back to the MILXNAKE show, everybody. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy because we have a sick guest. I've been following you for so long. Welcome, Hunnygloss. Woo!
Thank
Oh
you.
my
Thanks for
god.
having me.
Yes, oh my god, thank you so much for coming. I have so many questions to ask you. Like, this is crazy. I love your Instagram, by the way. It's so aesthetically pleasing. Like, I just want
Thank
to
you.
achieve your Instagram feed. It's iconic.
I've actually been slacking a lot recently on Instagram. I just can't really be asked with it anymore, if I'm being
Really?
honest with you.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
no. It's always looking so sick. Are you kidding? Also, I just want to say your hair is incredible. Your hair evolution, like I don't know what you've been doing, but it looks so sick. Every time you switching it up, it looks amazing.
Thank you. I feel like I wanted to test out, like, I don't know if you ever heard of hair theory, but it's
Yes.
like you think about like the greats and you kind of they have like a iconic kind of like hairstyle. So I kind of
Yes.
wanted to test that out a little bit, see if it works.
Well, it definitely works. Like, which one do you think has been your favorite hairstyle so far?
I think this one, like, because it's just, I don't know, it's kind of like unapologetic,
Mm.
but also like it's not a lot of effort either. It's just like I'm kind of just brushing out my natural hair. And when I was younger, like in school and stuff, like I used to get like picked on for my hair. And so now I'm like making it as big as possible on purpose and
Yes.
making it like my thing. So I kind of love the meaning behind it as well.
I'm obsessed with that. You know, I am I am mixed race too, despite the allegations. And my hair is very similar, and they used to like put pencils in my hair too, so I totally feel you on that one. Just stick
Mm.
anything in there, you know? So
I
racist.
know. It's horrible. I
Unbelievable.
know, like the audacity.
But I love that you're doing this, and it's so, yeah, it is very unapologetic, and you inspire
Mm.
me on my hair journey, so thank you.
Oh, no, I'm so glad to hear that.
Iconic. So I wanted to ask you about your music. What
Mm.
first got you into it? Like, tell me your story.
Um, I think I just like grew up around music. My dad is a music person. He was a DJ for like a lot of my life, and that was like back when everybody was still using vinyl. So like his vinyl collection is insane, and yeah, music was just like always playing in the house. It was mainly like R&B and house music, so that's what I grew up on. But
Wow.
then as I got older and I did like music exploration for myself, like hearing things online, like being on Tumblr and hearing like music that I'd never heard before. I kind of, I think, started to have more of an ear for the alternative kind of music.
Mm.
I think maybe it wasn't until maybe like 5 years ago that I started to like get into the really weird alternative music, like the like happy hardcore and just like this the silly stuff that like shouldn't be good, but it is really good. And I started going out a lot more in the past like two years, I think. And so being exposed to like the underground club scene here in Manchester, um, has really just like opened up my world quite a lot, my music world, and there's just so much inspiration to be taken on those nights out, like surrounded by loads of really cool individuals that are just literally there to have a good time and listen to the music. So yeah, I've been very inspired by the Manchester underground club scene, I would say, for this EP that I released in September, and still moving forward, I'm still kind of on that vibe.
I love that. You know, I have been to Manchester all of, I think, three times,
Really?
maybe two or three times, and I did go to the club, and it was so different from like London or anything. It was just like,
Mm.
it was so awesome, and I definitely think that reflects in your music. The EP is called Party Animal. It does feel like when I'm listening to it, I'm becoming a party animal, you know, like I love it.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
it's such a vibe. And what would you say the genre of the EP is for those who haven't heard it?
Um, I think it's kind of hard because there's multiple genres of
Yeah.
music, like throughout all the different songs. There's a bit of bass line, there's a lot of electronic dance music, there's a little bit of hyperpop in there. So I think, I don't know, overall maybe I would just call it like electronic dance pop,
Yeah.
maybe? I don't know, girl. Like I just make music depending on like how I feel, really. Like I don't sit there and think, okay, I want to make like a hyperpop album and like this is strict. I'm very much a feeler. Like I feel things, and that's kind of how I uh like navigate the world, really. But yeah, like electronic dance pop music, maybe.
It's so fresh as well, you know, like there's a lot of people doing this hyperpop sound right now, but I just felt like it was such a fresh take on it
Yeah.
and it was so different to anything I'd ever heard. So absolutely love that.
Oh, thank you.
I can see you're a bit of an influencer as well and you've done some modeling. Did this come before or after the music? Tell us about that.
The modeling properly happened, I guess, after the music. I was just like, I need a job and I can't, I was like, I can't work in retail anymore. I will actually unalive myself. Like, I can't do that.
Mood.
Um,
So real.
And I was applying to like loads of agencies, like, and nobody wanted me. And I was like, oh, okay. But
Oh
then
my
my
gosh.
friend actually told me about a mother agent, and a mother agent is kind of different because they're kind of standalone and they're not like an agency. They're kind of like, they act like a mum, like they kind of take care of you. Um, Called G, like down in London, and she was actually reluctant to take me on because I wasn't based in London, but she was kind of like, okay, well, let's just like see how it goes.
Oh.
And then I ended up getting quite a lot of work that first year, which was cool. But yeah, that came after the music, because it's something that I kind of enjoyed doing, and it's not too far away from music. It's kind of in the same world if you squint. And then like the influencer stuff, like I personally wouldn't say that I'm an influencer. Um, it's like a sticky term. But like I don't make money off like making posts, so like I wouldn't call myself an influencer. But there was like a point in time, maybe like 2 years ago, where I tried,
Mm-hmm.
and it just like wasn't really working. Like it felt very fake to me, and I hated that. I
Yeah.
can't like push a product, an outfit or whatever in people's faces and it be authentic. It was just making me feel really icky. So I kind of stopped doing that. And also it was just like it was quite demanding because it was like obviously you have like a set amount of time to shoot and stuff. And a lot of the time I didn't feel cute, or like where I could shoot was very limited, and I was doing it all myself. Like I didn't have someone to help me with it because I was like shy, and then I didn't want to be outside taking photos because I was also shy. So I was like, okay, maybe this just isn't working. So I kind of just stopped doing it.
Your brand does come across as very authentic. Like I can see that, so that totally makes sense. But you're still slaying. Like you still listen. I go into your page and I'm like, she's giving influencer slay.
Okay, cool.
So growing up, which artists or creators inspired you the most? What kind of digital creators did you look up to? And you know, who was inspired the aesthetic?
So when I get this question, I kind of think back to like, who do I remember the most when I was like a teenager, like being inspiring to me? And I would say, I was obsessed with Tyler the Creator's album Wolf for like that entire summer that it came out.
Okay.
And then obviously like I thought he was just really cool because he's very just like himself. And then I still am obsessed with Grimes. I discovered her on Tumblr, obviously, because like her music videos are so clippable, and I was just instantly just like, oh my God, this girl is so cool and she's so weird. And like, I didn't know that these sounds were even possible. So she was like a huge inspiration. Um, and then I obviously had a Lana Del Rey era. Her songwriting is just stunning. Like, she's just such a good storyteller. And then I just found her so interesting because she was so like, she
Mm.
was so sad, but it was so like, I don't know. It was very like cunty at the same time. So I just like loved it. I was like, oh my God, she's so cool. Um, I would say probably Yeah, probably those three, like as a teenager, and then as I was getting a bit older, still teenagers, but like late teenagers, like Crystal Castles, I thought was really cool. Again, because of Tumblr. Um, and then on like a completely different like genre wavelength, I was obsessed with Blood Orange. Like the lead singer Dev Hynes. Um, I thought his music was just so stunning, like in a completely different way, and very heartfelt and very raw. And so I think I take inspiration from all of those people for like completely different reasons. And yeah, I just loved all that music growing up.
Would you say that's on a sort of like, I guess, a branding vibe as well, or like a fashion social media type of vibe too, or kind of just a musical?
I would say probably just music. However, I think with bands like Crystal Castles, they definitely had a look and a kind of mood that they were throwing out that I thought was really cool.
Hmm.
Um, and I think maybe to some extent that still lingers with me. Um, and it's like hard to explain what it actually is, but I feel like if you look at Crystal Castles as like aesthetic, and then you look at mine, it is super different, but there's like a thread that's kind of similar. I guess maybe it's just like the alternative and like the underground kind of
Hmm.
vibe of it. But I would say for those people mostly it was just music. I don't know that I actually like directly take inspiration aesthetic wise from anyone really, just because it has to feel good within me, has to kind of feel like it's come from me. I can see things that I like I'm obsessed with this color pink right now, as you can tell. But then like I'll make it myself. I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna wear this bra like every time that I'm Hunnygloss, and that's gonna be like her thing like this month. Like,
Love
you know what I
that.
mean? It's things like that. Yeah, it's things like that.
I can see that you think very like deeply about the way that your brand should come across, and I just think that's amazing because I need to do more of that first of all. But no, it looks like you put a lot of effort into it, and I'm loving the pink.
Mm,
Very very cunty,
thanks.
very puss. I've started
Yeah.
saying very puss. Um,
Us, yeah, I love that.
it's kind of like clubby underground, like you said. Um, and yeah, I can see that reflecting in Party Animal, which has recently hit 1 million streams. Woo!
That,
So I heard.
yeah.
How did it feel reaching that milestone? How does it feel?
There's something very strange about the way that my brain like processes good news and like achievements. I was kind of just like, oh, that's cool. Like I was kind of just like, oh, cool.
Iconic.
And that was kind of the end of it. But I mean, I'm autistic, so I feel like maybe the way that I know that the way that I process things is like different to a lot of people. And it's kind of like rare for me to get like excited about things, if that makes sense. So
Hmm.
it doesn't mean that I don't think it's like a huge achievement for me, or like I'm not appreciative of it, because I am. I'm just kind of like, I just process things different. But I'm very happy that that happened, and it makes me happy that to know that people actually like my music and listen to it and think it's good.
Yeah, I mean, did you expect it to resonate with so many people when you released it?
I don't think I even thought about it. I was kind of just like focused on getting the music out, honestly, because it was kind of a stressful situation, because I didn't plan to make an EP. Like it kind of just happened, and then I didn't have all of the songs finished when I decided that that's what I was going to do. So like whilst everything was rolling out, I was still working on songs, and I was still working on concepts for all the shoots and stuff like that. So I was honestly just focused on getting it done, and then when it was done, it was cool. I was happy that people were like fucking with it and liked it. But then I think once it was done, I was kind of just like, I don't want to think about this anymore. Like, I need a break. And then I had that break. And then, like, I'll check in now and again, and I'll see that, the numbers are going up, which I think is really sick. But I try not to focus on that, because you can get very, like, obsessed with it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't think that's like a good thing. And also, like, it's just, I don't know, I feel like if you become focused on that, then like the music becomes less of a focus. So I try not to do that. But
Mm.
I am very glad that it's resonating with a lot of people. It's interesting to see what songs people what songs that are getting like more streams than the others as well. I find that so I think that's the most interesting part for me, honestly.
Which song do you feel like is the most popular?
It's definitely Drop Dead.
Okay.
I think that one hit 1 million streams like a couple of months ago, a month or so ago, which was sick.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense to me why that song's done well. Like it's like it was kind of like made to do well. Do you know what I mean? It was
Yeah, for
like
sure.
me and Matt, my producer, kind of in the studio, like picking all the right ingredients for that song to do really well. But I think honestly, Baseline Slut is so underrated. Like I don't know, that song
Banger.
has such a special place in my heart. I think as well because when I filmed the videos for that, like literally on my phone, with my friends, it just felt the most authentic,
Mm,
like the most authentic thing that I've done to date. So
yeah.
I think that's why I'm like, that's like my baby and like it deserves like more love.
I love that song. I feel like that was the one that I was drawn to. Like, especially when I saw
Really.
like the promo videos, I was like, this is the one. This is the
Yes,
song.
yeah, yeah.
Did you collab? I actually don't know. Did you collab with anybody on this? And yeah, how do you feel like you were challenged creatively whilst making this?
I didn't collaborate with anybody on the actual music, like all of the songs are just me.
Okay.
I did work with, so I usually, up until this album, EP, whatever, I had only worked with Matu, who is like my main producer, but my partner is also a producer, and so
Oh wow.
I made Baseline Slut and Flex with him, and that was really fun because like he's like a baseline UKG guy. So I was like, oh my
Oh.
God, this is gonna be so good. Like, yes. And obviously he's my partner, so it's like the working kind of um like environment was very different and it was actually harder at times as well
Oh.
because it's like we're both very like sensitive people and so like I would like do something and like I wouldn't like it and then like I would get upset whereas like in the studio with Matt like I'm not gonna like sit there with like a face on, do you know what I mean? I'm gonna get over it
I
because
know
as
what you
with my
mean.
partner I was just like I can't work on this anymore today, like I can't do it, like it was just very dramatic like a lot of the time, but it's the growing pains as well. Like I've been working with Matt since like 2019, so we've been through that
Mm.
already. But working with Rudini, my partner, was different, but it was also like very fun, and it was something that I needed to do because I think it's important to work with more than just one person because like in the industry you're going to want to work with more than one person. So it was a good experience on the music side of it. And then when it came to the visuals, I got my friend Jacob Rogers to do all of the photos for me, and he's an absolutely amazing photographer. Like he makes it look so easy. He makes it look so easy. Like it's crazy because it's hard to do photography and make it look good. Um, so it was amazing working with him. Like he's such a sweetie. And then yeah, I got some friends for the flex shoot, which was cute. And then I worked with Maddie, who is a fashion designer. Her brand is called Poseidon. And her designs are just so fun and so cute. And she also did this graffiti behind me.
Oh wow.
Um,
That's so
yeah,
cool.
so it was really fun working with her on the baseline slut shoot. Yeah, it was mainly just friends, honestly. I've mainly just been working with my friends.
That's just the best time. Like to have a team of friends is just the best. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I totally feel that. Shout out to Mona, by the way, for being my team and my friend.
Wait, who's Thamanna? I'm the
She's
Boogeyman.
here.
She's still here. I mean, I'm sure she can hear us still, but
Yeah.
it makes life so much easier when you have like your friends helping you out and you all just get each other. I mean, how do you
Yeah.
know when a song is finished? When do you reach a point where you're like, this is definitely finished now?
I think for the most part, I do kind of leave that down to the producers that I'm working with because I actually don't know like anything about production. I want to change that one day, but right now I don't know anything about production. So it's kind of like when it comes to like the structure or like what's missing technically, I don't really know unless it really like sticks out to me. So I'll record and I'll get like the song back and I'll listen, and I can tell when it's like mostly done. If there's like tweaks, I'll tell them the tweaks that I want, or if I want to like do like a re-record, like I'll do that. But for the most part, um I think it's kind of a mutual agreement, but I would say that it's more production leaning, just because they kind of get into like the meat of it and kind of know where everything like should go. Unless I say I don't like that, you know what I mean? Like I still have a lot of say in
Yeah.
my music, and if I don't like something, like it's not going to stay in there regardless of like what they say. But it's a lot of like trust, I think, as well. Trust that like, you know, the other person is like valid in what they say. Like I can take on what the producer is saying and be like, okay, I hear what you're saying, but I personally don't want this in my song. And then they can be like, okay, it's like a respect thing as well. But there is a lot of back and forth about like
Hmm.
if the song's finished, and um I think with some of the songs it was literally coming down to like the mixing, and like my ears are like not built for mixing at all. Like my producers can hear things that I can't even hear if I tried. So it is a long process. It actually is a long process. I feel like people don't realize how long it actually is.
Yeah,
And then obviously you get down to the promoting side of it and you're absolutely sick of the song. Like, so,
literally.
and then it's just
So
people
true.
are hearing it for the first time and they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. You're like, I'm literally over it. Like,
I'm
I'm
over it.
over it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel that. When you write lyrics, what inspires you to write lyrics? And do you take a long time doing that process, or do you feel like you just bang them out, like it's just easy?
Right. So, a lot, I don't know how many of my songs, but definitely a few of my songs have started from memes, like literally
Memes.
finding memes on the internet. Yes, like The Party Never Ends. The
Iconic.
Party Never Ends. I saw this meme and it was like, it was a really bad, like, someone had taken a really low quality photo, like this old woman of herself, and had posted it to Instagram. And somebody commented saying, "You look like a memory." And in the song The Party Never Ends, I literally say, "You look like a memory, a faded image." And I was like, that's what inspired that entire song. Like, so it's
Wow.
just crazy. Like, definitely a few songs that have been inspired by memes. And then the rest of them, I think I would say, have been inspired by just how I've been feeling.
Hmm.
Like, Used to is about kind of like looking at old photos and being like, oh my God, I was so cute and fun. Like, what happened? But in reality, like you were not doing well back then and you're doing better now. So you're
Mm.
like romanticizing it. So that's what that song is about, and that's how I was feeling the time that I wrote it. So I would say if it's not a meme, then it's from what I'm going through. And sometimes it can be hard, like sometimes it can feel like I'm pulling teeth when it comes to writing a song. It gets to the point where I'm like, okay, I need to just like step away from the song for now and then like come back to it. And most of the time when I go back to it, like I feel like I can like write like forever. Like it depends on how I'm feeling, which is really annoying because like I would love to write more. But I just a lot of the time I have like this mental block. I don't know if it's like to do with neurodivergence or what, but I'm trying to get better at just writing for the sake of it, even when I don't necessarily feel like it, because
Mm.
I need to build that routine and kind of that trust with myself. Otherwise, I'm gonna go to sessions or I'm gonna work on songs and I'm gonna be like anxious because I don't know if I can like perform that day.
Yeah.
Um, that's like, I think that's what I'm working on right now. And it is hard and it is a process. Um, but yeah, I think I need to figure out a routine that works for me when it comes to writing, because I would love to be inspired like as soon as I hear like a beat and be able to write, but a lot of the time that's like not the case. So yeah, it's definitely a learning curve for sure.
I mean, the process sounds like you're actually thinking about it, because sometimes when I go into the booth, I'm just like, chat, give me a sentence and I'll just work off that sentence, you know? I feel like you actually have, inspirations that and you're taking ideas, especially from memes. That's very meta as well, considering like your brand is very like online digital, but also kind of emo. Like that's kind of a meta idea within itself. So I love that.
Yeah.
I've seen that you performed, I think it was in London recently. How do you prepare for performing a live track versus in the studio?
I mean, I practiced it with my partner, like literally here, like in our living room, like a few times. And that's kind of it. Like I kind of just like there's a mirror there, like a tiny mirror, and I'll perform the songs, like I'll run through them, and each time I'll kind of like get a feel for what I want to do more and more, like the movements I want to do, or like little quirky like things to involve like the audience or whatever. Um yeah, I'll just run through it a few times until I feel kind of comfortable with it, and like I know what I'm doing, and I don't feel awkward, because a lot of the time like I just actually don't know what to do like with my limbs, and I'm kind of just like because I'm also like I'm not like a dancer girly, like I'll jump around and I'll have fun, but like I'm not like a choreography girl, and like it's actually very hard sing and breathe, like, I'm not very good at that yet. It's something I'd wanna improve, like, moving on, and a lot of my songs are very, like, upbeat, and I want to go crazy, but, like, I actually need to be able to sing at the same time, so
Yeah.
that's something that I need to balance, but yeah, just, like, practicing wherever I can, which is usually in the living room or, like, in my bedroom.
That's so good that you're like putting in the work and practicing. Do you have like lessons? Because me, I have never had a singing lesson and I think it shows. But you said you're working on your breathing. Is that something that you kind of, I don't know, how seriously would you say that you take the singing side versus like just having fun and making music?
I think because I don't have a lot of shows that often, I don't take it as seriously as I should. Um, and it's definitely like a priority for me moving forward to try and just work on that a little bit more, like the breathing side of it. But I don't have any lessons or anything. So I think if I had lessons, maybe I would take it more seriously, because I'm the type of person that like if I'm not, like, forced in one way or another to do something, like, I'm not going to do it, like, unfortunately. It's just the ADHD side of me, like, yeah, but I'd say I do take having fun more seriously, just because I personally, when I go and I, like, see someone perform live, obviously, like, I want them to sound good, you know, like, if they sounded really bad, that would be a shame, like, on their part, 'cause I'd be like, "Oh my god, I bet they, like, are dying inside." But I wanna see them have fun, like, I want them to
Yeah.
be hyping the crowd, like, being silly on stage, like, that matters more to me, because I get, like, energy from that as a viewer,
Mm,
and I think as a performer, you probably get that energy back as well. I haven't actually played a show where, like, people have been there, like, for me, so it's
mm,
always been supporting people who, like, don't know who I am, and those are the hardest shows that I think I'll ever have to play. Um, so it would be really nice to experience, like, a crowd that was there for me, because I feel like that energy exchange is really important.
mm.
Um, and that's why I'm like also I don't care about like auto tune on stage, because I'm like I would rather the auto tune be there and like you be like jumping around and having fun and like doing like acrobatics and like do you know what I mean? Like I'd rather see the actual like performance side of it as well, and like see your personality over you like stood there trying to hit every note. Like I'm just pro, just like have fun, honestly.
Me too, girl. Me too. I feel like I'm on the exact same page. Like, a bitch can't
Mm.
sing, but you know what? We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun
Yeah,
today on stage.
exactly.
Looking back, what would you tell your younger self before releasing Party Animal?
I don't know, maybe I would just tell her to, like, trust the process. I think I would also, like I think I think she would be surprised that I'd be making the music that I was making though, if I'm gonna be real, because, like I said, I grew up in R&B, so, like, for a minute, I thought that's what I had to do. So
Yeah.
I think if, like, mini me saw me as well now, as well as heard my music, she'd be like, whoa, like, I did not expect that. So that's why I'm like, yeah, trust the process, girl. Trust the process. You'll understand.
Being a girl of color in your teens, it feels like, especially growing up with like, I don't know, all of these R&B artists. I loved Sierra, I loved Cassie, and I was
Mhm.
like, I'm gonna have to be Sierra or Cassie. There's
Yeah.
nobody else I can be, like
Yeah.
that's my destiny, but
Mm.
it doesn't have to be like that. And I feel like,
No.
yeah, I had the same kind of epiphany.
Yeah.
It's very interesting how it works.
I know. And like I think as well, like That's why in the early like stages of my singing kind of like life or whatever, a lot of R&B girlies like you have to have the voice. Like you have
Mm,
to be able to belt, like you have to be able to do that thing. And so there was a lot of emphasis on that from me in my own head for a long time. And
mm.
it's actually stressful because like we were talking about, like I want to have fun, and I feel like
Yeah.
that's why like R&B like wasn't working for me, because that's very slow, and like it doesn't have to be slow, but it's very like it's on like a vibe, it's on like a level, and I wanted to be like jumping around and going crazy. So I feel like that's also where I started to realize, okay, like maybe like R&B isn't for me, and like let me try something else. And that's why like now I'm like use auto tune on stage if you want to do all of that, or use auto tune like period, because if it sounds good, like it sounds good. Like you don't have to be able to like belt like Beyonce, do you know what I mean? Like not all good music has to be like well sung, if that makes sense.
I totally agree with that, and I feel like I'm on the same vibe. I'll never be a belter. I'm not Thamanna. I can't belt like that. I can't go, oh baby, she's crazy on stage. Love her, but
Yeah.
with like people like Charlie XCX, can that girl sing real good? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like she is amazing though. Like,
Yeah.
love everything about her, Queen. But she's taken that sort of basic pop thing that she was doing, and she's really made it something special by having this auto tune, like bad gal, crazy
Yeah.
party girl thing, and
Yeah, it's interesting though because she's been going for a long time. Like
yeah.
I was never like into her, so to speak. Like not that I didn't like her music. Like
Mm,
I will hear music from her. Like when she started to blow up, I remember hearing music that was from her like ages ago and be like, "Oh, I didn't realize like that was her." Like I'm clueless when it comes to music in general, which is crazy
yeah.
considering I'm like in the business. But she has been like doing this for like a long time, and it's just
Mhm.
that weird thing about the universe, like everything has its timing, you know what I mean? Like
Mm,
I don't know how old she is. She's like in her 30s, right? And it's
yeah.
like she's only just had her like big moment,
Yeah.
and like that would have been crazy for me to like try and understand when I was like a teenager, because I had it in my head like, right, next year like I have to make it, because like it's only impressive if you're like 15 and you're famous.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, girl, like just sit down, like it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine, like, there's no rush.
I think I was saying to my boyfriend, he didn't know that Boom Clap was by Charlie.
No
Was by
way.
Charlie XCX. He had no idea, and he was like, "I didn't know that was the same girl." And I was like, "Bro,
Mm.
I knew you when that song came out, and you were singing that. So you don't have to be famous at 17 these days.
No,
Thank God. You
I
can
know.
wait for your time, like you said. The universe will have a time for you,
Mm.
and I feel like your time is coming soon. Well, it's already here. Like it's already here." Speaking of your time being here and, growing a fan base, how do you connect with your fans online versus in person?
I actually feel really bad because I feel like I don't really. I tried the whole like Instagram channels thing, but I don't know, it was just kind of like a bit shit. And like I was gonna make like a Discord, but then I was kind of like, I don't know, like I don't know, I just struggle socially in general. And then when it comes to kind of like I felt like too much pressure. I was like, "Oh my God, like this is too much pressure." I was like, "I don't like it." Um, but I do want to improve on that because I think it's very important. I think I just need to figure out a way for it to make it like work for me, because like I'll reply to like DMs like now and again. But then there has been like a few times where I've then felt, this sounds fucking terrible, but I've then felt like trapped, because like
Oh,
it's kind of like they're trying to message me like a lot,
mm,
and it's kind of like, girl, I don't even like message my friends this much, like,
yeah.
but then I don't want to be mean, and so I think I need to find like a balance with it. um I'll reply to like comments like on my like posts and stuff, and like I said like a few times like in the DMs, but I would definitely like to figure out a better way of doing that online. And then in person, uh, I kind of I mainly meet people who know me like when I'm at the club. So it can be a little bit jarring sometimes. I can be like, "Oh my God, that's Hunnygloss," and I'm like, "Hey." I'm like, hey. I'm like,
Oh.
oh, it's just like freaks me out. Like people like know who I am. It's like, oh, it's very, very strange, but it's cute as well because like a lot of them, most of them are just like girly pops, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like you're adorable, and like I don't feel like scared by you. Like if it was like a grown man, I'd be like, oh my god, get away.
Yeah,
But it's
terrifying.
mostly like, yeah, it's mostly just like cute girls. And yeah, we normally just have like a little quick conversation, like, and I'll say thank you like a million times because I never really know what to say. We might have like a hug, and then like we'll go and go like separate ways in the club and go party, really.
I think when I was clubbing in London, I saw some content creators and I was
Mm,
just like, Jamie Lowe, I think his
okay.
name's Jamie Lowe. He's like the tattoo guy of
Ah,
TikTok. And I saw him in the bathroom and I was like, oh my god, hey, are you Jamie? And he was like, yeah. I was like, listen, I want a tattoo by you. And he's like, oh girl, just come through. We can do a
cute.
tattoo. And I said, thank you very much. Thank you very much. But it must be very strange for people to see, you know, their favorite content creators and musicians in the club. Like,
Yeah.
super weird. But
Yeah, because also I'm like, what like expectation do you have of me right now as well? Like that like lingers over my head so much, and like
yeah.
yeah, but it's usually fine. And then, like I said, it's in like a safe environment for me, which is the club, because then it's like, oh,
Mm,
then I can just like go away and dance, and it's like not weird, you know? Um,
yeah.
so yeah.
Do you have any kind of tips for fans who want to follow in your footsteps?
Yeah, I would say just make whatever you want to make because that's usually the good stuff. Don't put any pressure on everything like sounding amazing. Don't feel like you can't start if you have never like touched anything like this before. Don't think you can't start if you don't have like all the amazing equipment. Like used to record on GarageBand. Like you don't need Logic if you're not producing really. Like you probably don't even need GarageBand. Like just use voice notes and like work with someone who does know maybe a little bit more of what they're doing. Work with your friends, definitely to begin with. Don't work with some random people because like you can't trust them and they might be shady. Work with your friends. Build like build something cool with your friends because that is probably the most fun you're going to have. That's why I'm trying to savor these moments because I'm like I don't know when like this might not be my like usual way of working anymore. Um
Yeah.
and then yeah, like don't be scared to put things out there. And also don't be don't be scared to like keep things to yourself at the same time though, because not everything has to be like published. So like
Mm,
you'll understand like once you do it a bit more, and it's like not the end of the world if you release something and you're like, oh my god, I hate it. Like nobody really cares. It's good to just have music out there in general. And I think as well it's nice for people to see your journey. I mean, like I started with a song that is like completely not the genre that I'm doing right now. So like it kind of doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like as long as you're having fun and kind of like learning as you're going, then like that's kind of a win.
I couldn't have put it better myself. That's some really, really good advice. I feel like we should do a lightning round. We're gonna do a little lightning round. Why not?
Oh no.
This is a
Okay.
brand new series of the MILXNAKE show. We're gonna spice things up.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Morning routine or night owl?
Night owl.
Favorite song to vibe to right now?
Oh no, because I don't know names of things. This is a really bad question. Maybe let me just say any OK Lou song. Any OK Lou
Okay,
song. Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
Dream collaboration.
Dream collaboration. Um Maybe someone like Sega Bodega. That'd be very cool.
Favorite fashion trend that you're loving this year so far?
Mm, maybe the neon pink. Does that count?
Hell yeah, we fuck with neon pink. Go-to snack during a long studio or shoot day.
Honestly, a meal deal from the co-op. A
Can't
tuna
beat that.
crunch with salt and vinegar crisps, and maybe I don't know. Oh, there's this really nice like there's this can of like apple and rhubarb fizzy juice that I'm obsessed with. Yeah.
Really? Is that from M&S? Because I think I've seen it.
No, but I think I've had that one as well, and that one's also paying.
So good.
Mhm.
Hidden talent or hobby fans wouldn't expect.
Hidden. Almost every night I will watch like POV videos on YouTube of like of people going to use like these crazy Japanese vending machines. Like you can get like a hot like udon soup from like this vending machine, or like a pizza, or like a burger, or like fresh sushi. And I don't know why, I just love watching that a lot. So that's kind of like a hidden thing, I guess.
It's a hidden hobby. I mean, I totally fuck with that. And my boyfriend's gotten me into watching these, they're like people washing their carpets for ASMR. It's very strange. I don't know
I've
if you've
seen
ever
that.
seen it.
I have. I also fuck with that.
Really?
I do, yeah.
So weird, super strange. And also people making like chairs out of like 3D printers. What was the last thing that made you laugh really hard?
Ooh, see, this is actually hard and this is very sad. But like, I think the last time I laughed like hard as fuck was like high school or maybe college.
Really?
Yeah, you know them ones where it's like you can't laugh, you can't make noise, you get kicked out, and that's why it makes it so much more
Mm,
funny. I think it was genuinely maybe back then, like nothing is really funny anymore. Ain't shit funny no more. Like shit's real. Nothing is funny anymore.
true. Nothing's fun. We're in serious business now.
Yeah, for real.
If you weren't making music or modeling, what would you be doing?
Um, I think, well, I've started to like do nails. So I think maybe,
Oh, cute.
yeah, I'm starting like a little short course tomorrow.
No
Um,
way. Okay.
maybe nails or tattoo artist, maybe. Yeah, I think one of those two.
And you have some amazing tattoos. I mean, I can
Thank
see you
you.
have like a, is it like a tiger? I'm
Yeah,
obsessed.
yeah,
I love
this is
that.
really
So
cool.
cool.
Thank you.
What inspires your tattoos?
I honestly, actually, the most recent tattoo I got is on my foot and it's leopard print. So like it was
Nice.
inspired by the era that I'm in, obviously like party animal and all that. And that's the first tattoo I've had in a very long time. Like a lot of these are from when I was younger, so I don't really like care about them anymore. But back then, well, tiger's my favorite animal, that's why I got this one. And then like I have like a stick and poke here. I just got them because I thought they looked nice, I think,
Yeah, for sure.
for the most part. Like they don't really have much meaning, I would say, apart from like the tiger and then like the leopard print on my foot. But yeah, it's kind of just like vibes.
Yeah, vibes. I love it. Super cunty. If I'm ever in Manchester, I feel like I'm probably gonna try and get a tattoo as well. I mean,
Yeah,
I'll be
you
trying to get
should.
them in London too, but when Manchester's a different vibe, you know, everybody's chilling,
Mm,
everyone's having the best time.
mm.
But yeah, do you have any kind of final thoughts you'd like to leave your fans with, or any promotions that you'd like to do?
Well, I'm actually going to be releasing a zine very soon. It's about the EP Party Animal. I've been working on it with Bad Boy Studios. It's
Wow.
very cool. I'm very excited. It's got a lot of things in it. Like it's not just printed. There's stuff that we've stuck in. There's gonna be like temporary tattoos. There's gonna be like
Nice.
wristbands, buttons, button pins. What are they called? Badges, button badges, stuff like
Button
that. So it's
badges.
kind of like stuff to look at, stuff to feel. Like it's not just like a boring kind of flick through kind of book. So yeah, I don't know when that's coming out. This month at some point. But
Nice.
yeah, that's gonna be for sale. So I'm excited about that because we've been working on it since like November, maybe. So it's been a while.
Wow.
Yeah, that'll be coming out soon. So I hope people like it and want to buy it because a lot of effort went into it. But yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm
I'll be buying
excited.
it, girl. Don't worry about it. Everybody who's listening to this, go buy the Hunnygloss
Yes,
book that's
please.
coming out. I want some stick-on tattoos. Come on, let's
Yeah.
go. We've got to get the tiger in there too.
Yes,
I want the stick-on
yes.
tattoo. I'm going to be walking around same girl. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. I think that's about all my questions for
Problem.
now, but we'd love to have you back some other time. It's been so cunty, Slay.
Yes, for sure. No, I've had so much fun and I would love to come back, of course.
You heard it here first, guys. Next season, you never know. Next EP drop, you never know.
Yep, yep,
Hunnygloss
yep.
will be back. The MILXNAKE Show is brought to you by the Boogeyworld Podcast Production Network. We couldn't have done it without them. Shout out. And yeah, everybody go follow Hunnygloss. All of the links will be in the description. Come back for the next episode because we are back and we are bad as fuck. And
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Cute.